Okidoki, what happens to the egg girls in Wonder Egg Priority? It's probably not the first question you have when it comes to this anime. Honestly, your first question is probably, what's the deal with the last episode? Half of it was recap, the other half resolved nothing, actually creating even more questions that we'll never see the answer to. But I don't care about that, you can fuss all you want about the ending. I want to talk about the real issues here.
Hell itself.
Now, for those that don't know, let's bring you up to speed with episode 1. This is Ai Oto. She's got very cool eyes. Ai finds a dead fly on the ground and decides to bury it, offering a nice little prayer for the poor guy, until it comes back to life and tells Ai to buy something called a Wonder Egg. What is a Wonder Egg, you may ask? Well, it doesn't matter, it was all a dream. Ai wakes up a little bit weirded out by whatever she just experienced in her head, and wait a minute, the egg is still there! Turns out the dream might have been a bit more real than she thought, as the next time she goes to sleep, she finds herself transported to a school, where a roll of toilet paper tells her to break the egg. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the first episode, I hope you're keeping up. She breaks the egg, a girl comes out, and suddenly a bunch of red ankle biters comes out, led by Blurry Face here. Hey, what are you doing with that? Oh dang. You dropped your axe. They get chased around a bit. Egg Girl explains how the little guys are called See No Evils and that they only chase after her. So in this situation, what does Ai do? Well, she abandons her. Here we find out a bit more about Ai. She actually got bullied in school because, unlike me, her classmates didn't think her eyes were that cool, so she only had one friend, Koito, that she could rely on. They would continue on to be the best of friends, attached at the hip, completely inseparable. Oh wow. She's sleeping. But don't worry, she's actually in the dream world as well, as this fancy looking bronze statue. Deciding she's not going to let another girl die, Ai jumps back in, turns her pen into a magical mace, and defeats Blurry Face. Egg Girl goes poof. She finds out that she can save Koito if she protects more egg girls, so she goes back to buy more, finding ourselves in this flower garden run by these two Muppet looking characters so she can play what is basically Wonder Egg Gacha with girls that have unalived themselves. And that's episode 1. Crazy, I know, it's a lot to take in. However, let's rewind a bit to this moment here. After we save the egg girl from which are called Wonder Killers in this world, she just disappears in a cloud of dust. Why? Where did she go? Is she dead again? I'm so confused. That's what I want to figure out in this video, and I actually have an answer for you. Near the end of the first episode, we do get a bit of an explanation. Just like Koito, all these egg girls are stuck in a sculpture in the dream world, waiting for their friends to save them like Ai. So that's it, right? Question solved, video done. Like and subscribe for more videos. Well, no, because that leaves me with more questions. Across the entire series, we get to meet about 12 egg girls, 16 if we count the friends that each of the 4 main characters are trying to save, even more considering the ones that we don't actually get to see, like when Neru here is trying to pull out SSR Ultra Rare Egg Girl. I think it's safe to assume that there's probably hundreds, maybe thousands of these egg girls all sitting in whatever purgatory this is, waiting to be either pulled from the machine or saved by their friends. But where are their friends? We only ever get to see these 4 across the entire series. No one else seems to be playing Wonder Egg Gacha. Have all the other egg girls just been abandoned, left to rot in the dream limbo? Maybe, but there might be another answer. Remember these Muppets from before? These guys are called Akka and Ura-Akka. They're actually also the Firefly and the toilet paper from the dreams, often appearing to our girls through random objects to offer assistance wherever they can. In episode 10, we find out these two actually created Japan Plati, a company that Neru is the president of. Why is a 14-year-old girl the president of a company? That's not important. What's important is that the guys running the Wonder Egg Gacha have an entire company behind them, which makes me assume that maybe this isn't the only location selling Wonder Eggs. Maybe they have places set up all over Japan filled with hopeful girls trying to get their friends back. And that's just the Japan branch of Plati. If we have a Japan Plati, I feel like it's safe to assume that there's an Australian Plati, American Plati, Dominican Republic Plati. Are they running the Wonder Egg Gacha all over the world? And that's not even touching upon the fact that parallel worlds exist in Wonder Egg Priority. In episode 12, Ai breaks open an egg and hatches an alternate version of herself, one that never met Koito, ended up unaliving herself instead. We have egg girls from parallel universes, which only makes me assume that we have Akka and Uraraka from parallel universes. An infinite number of egg girls from the infinite multiverse of Wonder Egg gachas, which is a bit worrisome when you think about it. The way that we understand egg girls is that when you buy an egg, you'll have to protect them from See No Evils, haters, wrong one, yeah that one, and wonder killers, who are manifestations of their worst fears and trauma. Until they are saved by their friends, they have to go through this over and over and over again. Hatch, run, disappear, hatch, run, disappear, hatch, run, disappear. If you're a little doubtful, I can prove that they're reliving this over and over. In the first episode, this egg girl has to explain what's happening to our poor confused Ai, already knowing what these monsters are called, that Ai can't be hurt in the dreams, and that the monsters only chase after her, not Ai. However, in the second episode, the next egg girl has no idea what's going on, immediately freaking out at the sight of the See No Evils and running away until Ai calms her down and explains everything. The fact that the first egg girl knows what's going on but the second one doesn't, must mean that the first one has been through this before. She's already been pulled in the gacha, she's already experienced this all before. Whether the previous protector was able to keep her safe or not, whether the wonder killer manages to kill the egg girl, it doesn't matter. They all just go back into the machine, waiting to go through this all over again. Is this hell? Is this a never-ending hell? Forcing these girls to relive what drove them to their death over and over, hoping on the off chance that their friends save enough people to bring them back to life? What happens if their friend dies? What happens if their friend gives up? What happens if they have no friends? Are they just stuck like this? Now I could just end the video here. That's just a theory, an anime theory. But honestly, there's a lot more what ifs that could break this video. Maybe the first egg girl knows what's going on because she stumbled upon it somehow in dream limbo. Maybe there aren't any other girls pulling from the Wonder Egg gacha besides our main four. Maybe I'm just stupid. There's no real way to know for sure because Wonder Egg Priority doesn't really care to go in depth with the egg girls. Wonder Egg Priority doesn't care about the egg girls at all. You might be wondering why I keep calling the egg girls when all the ones we see get names in the anime. Well, that's because I don't care to remember them, or more accurately, the anime doesn't make me want to care. The egg girls we see each episode only really appear in that one episode. Maybe they're the entire focus, maybe they only get 5 minutes, but egg girls aren't meant to be compelling characters. They're just a tool for the story. With each egg girl, they explain the circumstances behind their death, the problems they went through, the reasons why their wonder killer is a classmate or a teacher or some random stranger they met in a train. We bring out a lot of real world issues during these moments. This girl was a victim of power harassment from their coach. This one was touched on a train by a higher up in their dad's company. This one is a trans man that got pushed down by their club senior, and yeah, YouTube won't like it if I continue that one. Every single time, we get introduced to the real-life struggles of countless women. So what does Wonder Egg Priority do with these struggles? Well, the protectors pat them on the head, tell them they're going to save them from the bad guy, and they disappear once their moment to shine is over. That's it. Punch the bad guy, tell him bad thing is bad, and all is good, right? Wonder Egg Priority doesn't seem to care about providing any sort of commentary about what these egg girls are going through, only really virtue signaling to the audience, reinforcing the idea that these are real issues, and then sending the egg girls back to hell waiting to relive these painful moments all over again. I'm not expecting Wonder Egg Priority to provide a solution to these problems, God knows I wouldn't be able to, but I at least expect them to be treated better than just shallow character drama. Every single one of these plights are solved in the exact same way, with them defeating the one person that caused all their trauma. Which sounds nice on paper, these strong girls are working together to overcome adversity, but why is it always one person? What is defeating one person going to do? The trans egg girl from before is a great example. trans people are constantly going through discrimination from society as a whole. I could go into it, but that's a video I'm not equipped to tackle. But we see a little bit of that with the Wonder Killer rejecting the guy's gender. But it feels like Wonder Egg Priority is reducing this down to the fact that if you defeat this one bad guy, everything is solved. That's not how it works. You're just putting a band-aid over an arm that's been cut off. Nothing is resolved, nothing is explored. The lack of depth towards the representation of any of the egg girls is honestly disappointing. They're the equivalent of narrative chewing gum. You enjoy them for a little bit and then throw them away, never to be seen again. A large chunk of the show is the egg girls, yet they feel so vapid and underutilized, which might be indicative of the show as a whole. There's this one quote here that I want to bring attention to, so I'll play it for you now.
男子と女子の自殺は意味合いが違うからね。男は目的の、女は感情の。
女は衝動的で他人の声に影響されやすいからね。
What the fuck does this mean? What do you mean by goal-oriented? How can someone unaliving themselves be goal-oriented? The goal is to turn off your brain, no matter what. Does that not apply for both sides? Emotion-oriented makes even less sense. Apparently women are impulsive and easily influenced? Not guys. No, guys would never be manipulated. Only girls get manipulated. This just feels sexist. I don't even know why it's included. It doesn't get refuted in any way. The characters just nod along like it's common sense and move past it like it's no big deal. It just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. So to answer the question, what happens to the egg girls in Wonder Egg Priority? The real answer is that it doesn't matter. Whether it's a never-ending hell or nothing at all, Wonder Egg Priority doesn't care enough about these girls to explain anything. They're just there, the anime equivalent of putting the pride flag over your profile picture in June. I guess with Wonder Egg Priority, it's not just the last episode that we need to scrutinize. And thanks for watching. I know I was really harsh towards Wonder Egg Priority near the end, but I actually still enjoyed my time with the anime. While the egg girls are a bit of a mess, the anime delves into the main four quite a bit. As you might know because of how infamous the last episode is, not everything is resolved. But what we do have got me quite invested in seeing the journeys of Ai, Neru, Rika, and Momoi. I just wished it was handled a bit better. If you're still here, I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more videos. It's a race against time to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day.